Okay, coming into this game, one of the biggest advantages that the Browns had on paper was their dynamic duo at defensive end, Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney. But other than one sack from Garrett, the pair did almost nothing on Sunday. They generated a total of just 3 quarterback pressures, and according to Pro Football Focus, it was the second worst game of the season in terms of run defense for Clowney and the worst of the year for Garrett. That brings us to our first Ted Neek. And Ted, we brought a guest onto the set with us, Trenni Kusnierek. She will be playing the role of Isaiah Wynn.
Yep.
Taking a penalty or getting the quarterback.
Okay, very good.
Thank you for that.
We'll see.
Ted Johnson, you're going to be N'Keal Harry. I'm going to be Myles Garrett, and we're going to show a crack toss play. This is one of the many ways that the Patriots really tried to neutralize, getting ahead of Myles Garrett. But tell us about the crack toss, because N'Keal Harry was busy on this play.
He was. So this was the touchdown run with Rhamondre Stevenson, a toss crack sweep, which is a staple in the Patriots offense, as we know. And it was perfectly executed. And it's usually they like to run these plays against teams that have edge rushers that are very aggressive and get upfield. And we know the Cleveland Browns have that. And Myles Garrett Phil's going to play Myles Garrett, and Trenni's going to play left tackle Isaiah Wynn. And I am N'Keal Harry. And N'Keal Harry, it was about on the 4-yard line, the play that we're talking about, where they did their toss crack sweep here. He's lined up a little bit tight. Here's the thing about Myles Garrett. He's in a 3-point stance, and he's out wide, and he's ready to go. He's not even paying attention to me. So if I'm N'Keal Harry, I am pumped because I get to crack block him on the snap of the ball. And this is how the play looked. And here we go. On the snap of the ball, go, Phil. Boom. Myles Garrett goes upfield. Trenni goes right around, around me to lead for Rhamondre Stevenson. She's leading the way. She's waving to everybody in the stands.
That was exactly how it looked when Isaiah Wynn did it.
Thank you,
Same
Trenni.
technique.
Same thing. But it's N'Keal Harry cracking down the tackle Isaiah Wynn, pulling around, leading the way. That's how you neutralize big guys like that. Myles Garrett didn't even see the crack block. And so N'Keal Harry was able to wash him all the way down, ineffective. It was little things the Patriots did all game long, running right at him, running misdirection, crack blocking, double team, chipping, that really neutralized those outside rushes for the Browns.
How about the screen game as well, Ted? I mean, again, you have an aggressive pass rush. We've seen this against, for instance, those games that the Patriots played against the Jets. 4 down lineman type of team that loves to get up the field defensively. When you have freak athletes.
Joey Bosa, the Chargers.
Joey Bosa.
Same thing.
But these guys are freaks athletically, Ted. And if you just try to beat them up one-on-one, you might be able to do it on a handful of occasions, but you need to use some of these other plays you're talking about to slow those guys down.
You know what it does? It makes them think. So every play, they're like, it's not the same guy blocking them. It's a different combination of guys. They find new creative ways to block these guys, and so they're constantly thinking, and so they're on kind of alert. It slows their pass rush. It makes them kind of hesitate a split second, and that's all beneficial to the offense by doing it that way.
You mentioned it. Whether it's crack toss, whether it's the end arounds from Kendrick Bourne, the draw plays, the screen plays, if you can get in the heads of those guys, you're giving yourselves a chance offensively. And let's talk about a guy who's really made the offensive line shine. They helped make him shine. It's Rhamondre Stevenson, Ted. He's become your favorite running back to watch. Why is that?
Yeah, I just like the kid. I think he's got a lot in his toolbox, if you will. I think he's very good as a pass catcher. I think he's a tough runner, as we know, between the tackles. I think he had probably the most yards after contact this week, right?
He had 75 of his 100 yards came after contact. So that tells you how hard he was running.
He's a hard runner, okay? But so is Damian Harris. But what I like about Rhamondre Stevenson is a little bit different, is he has the ability to do this little side shuffle. It's a very simple thing. It's just like a
like
little,
that.
It's not much. It's just, and he's able to lower his shoulder when he wants to, lower the boom. But you will see a lot of times Rhamondre Stevenson, when he gets the ball and he's running through, he just kind of a little sidestep. It's just a little sidestep like that. Guys go right by him. So he's able to avoid the big hits. When he wants to lower the boom, he can do that. But he wants to avoid the big hit. He also does it with that little sidestep.
Hopefully somebody out there is turning that into a GIF right now. We can see that on Twitter a little bit later tonight. But you're right. And he said today, he met with reporters today and said he takes every handoff and has in his mind, I can't let the first guy bring me down. We've seen him make that first guy miss time and again. That leads to some explosive runs. How about that run right on the 1-inch line, he gets them away from their own end zone, and they're off and running for a 99-yard series.
Here's the difference. Would you agree with me, Phil, when you say 2nd and 6 is a lot better than 2nd and 8 or 7, correct?
Oh, yeah.
It's only a yard or 2 that's different. But that's a big difference. And Rhamondre Stevenson, he's the kind of guy like Terrell Davis. I always say Terrell Davis was really good at contact for falling for an extra yard or 2. That's what this kid, Rhamondre Stevenson, reminds me of. The way he runs and is very much like Terrell Davis.
That is high praise.
That's high praise.
That guy's wearing
high
a
praise.
gold jacket. Hey, thanks for watching The Breakdown this week.